You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers for March 10th through the 14th. Poppy's getting strangled, and Steffy calls the cops. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you're not following us, please reach down and click that subscribe button. Let's jump right into these spoilers for next week. They all look great. Monday, March 10th is season 38, episode 121. So Steffy's over at Bill's house where we picked up as we left off on Friday the 7th. And she is just in shock to see Luna there and shocked that Bill is actually helping Luna. She is furious. And, you know, also these spoilers are kind of weird because the spoilers for last week said that Finn's going to hold back a secret from her, but then he pretty much told Steffy everything. That's why she's over there on Bill's doorstep. She is completely furious, cannot believe that Bill is helping Luna, who tried to kill her, but he stands up to Steffy and says, yes, he is helping her. He thinks that Luna deserves another chance, all that good stuff. And Steffy reminds him that she's a lunatic that tried to kill her, but I don't think Steffy's going to get anywhere with Bill. He is completely on board with protecting Luna and doing for her whatever he can. And of course, he's still reeling from all this coming out publicly before he even had a chance to process. We also are going to resume the bickering between Hope and Daphne as they are fighting over Carter, and they are a little surprised by his reaction to them bickering. And that's pretty interesting. Maybe he'll tell them to fight it out, have a lady brawl over him. I don't know, because Hope seems very convinced that he is completely smitten and she doesn't stand a chance of losing him. And Daphne is really falling for him. And, Hope's got Carter doing bad things. And Brooke also asks her daughter this week, she wants to know from Hope where things stand between her and Carter. And of course, Brooke has been dealing with a waffler of her own for decades. Hope was dealing with a waffler with Liam and thought that was over. So this should be a really priceless conversation. Tuesday, March 11th is season 38, episode 122. Steffy has had enough. She does not want to hear justifications from Bill about why he's helping Luna. She does not want Finn to make any excuses about how he thinks that it was a one-off and she's not really that murdery. And she definitely does not believe Luna saying that that wasn't her. It was just like something took over her, all her excuses. So Steffy's going to call the cops and she's going to get Detective Baker out there. She wants him to haul Luna back to prison. The thing is, if that release was legal, which I'm sure it was shady and kind of weird, but Bill obviously knew somebody that made that release happen because the warden knew, other people knew. So, Steffy may not be able to unravel it. And just the very attempt of her trying to send Finn's daughter back to prison where she was brutally beaten, and that was what started Bill getting her out, that might be something really challenging for him to deal with. Also this week, we'll see Eric and Ridge up at the Forrester Creations office, and Eric tells Ridge he really believes that the old Carter is still inside him, the loyal one, the one they love, the one they trust. And Carter talks to the men and does tell them that he hates that it came to this. And we all know it did not have to come to that, and it shouldn't have come to that. But it's a really good and soapy plot. And next, we're going to talk about a confession that's going to rip yet another family apart midweek on B&B. That takes us to Wednesday, March 12th, season 38, episode 123. So Deacon notices that Sheila has all this empathy towards Poppy, the mother of Luna, who killed his two friends, and he may not like that at all. And I think Sheila's empathy is about her not being able to spend time with her child, Finn. And she sees that Poppy can't spend time with her daughter, Luna, because she's in prison for the rest of her life. I think whatever empathy that Sheila has, though, is going to fall by the wayside once she finds out that Poppy hooked up with her son, Finn. Also on Wednesday, Finn tells his mom, Li, about him and Poppy and what Bill has done, getting her out of prison and putting her under his roof. And Li is going to freak out. She is going to completely lose it. And then on Thursday, March 13th, episode 124 of the current season, we have Steffy and Luna facing off. Things are getting confrontational. It is about Finn and the future of what is going on here. And the bottom line is Luna is thrilled to have Finn as her dad, and she feels very bad about what she did to Steffy and Tom and Hollis, but she's been dreaming about her dad her whole life. So she's going to fight tooth and nail, I expect, to make sure that she can still see her father. And where Luna is concerned, to Finn, as he said, still his baby girl, still his daughter. And Steffi's making the same kind of ultimatums she made about Sheila. It's one thing for Finn's mom to be murderous, but this is his child, a child he was denied, a child he feels certain whose life wouldn't have gone down this dark path had he been involved. And he's probably right about that. So it's going to be hard if it's a me or her kind of thing, which definitely sounds like where it's going. And there is a huge confrontation between Li and Poppy this week, and it is going to get violent. It's going to take a twist, and Li strangles Poppy and screams at her that she went after her son. The question is, how far will that strangling go? Because Li has a temper on her, as we all know. We're going to wrap up next week on Friday, March 14th, episode 125 of season 38. And Daphne is still in town, and she is desperate to open Carter's eyes. She wants him to see the truth about Hope. And it's just like Daphne told her last week that she thinks that Hope is using Carter and that she has gotten everything she wanted out of this situation while Carter is losing himself, losing the person that was ethical and conscientious, and losing everything he loves to make things happen for her. He has lost the trust of the Forresters. He has lost people that treat him like family, and all to give her what she wants. So really, Carter got her, but we're circling back around to that question, is she worth all that? Now, I'm not questioning if she is. I'm saying that's what Daphne wants Carter to question. And we do know she is not going anywhere. She's sticking around. She's been in cast photos. So lots to see with this plot, and I'm very excited for what's ahead next week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.